The last train home, the digital clock above the platform, blinked 11:58 p.m. in harsh red letters as Daniel sprinted up the stairs, his briefcase swinging wildly. The train doors slid shut just as he reached them. He pressed his hands against the glass, watching helplessly as the last train of the night pulled away. "You've got to be kidding me," he muttered, kicking the platform lightly. A soft laugh came from behind him. "I think the train's already made up its mind." Daniel turned to see a woman in a cream-colored coat. Her dark hair slightly windswept, worn-out paperback peeked out from her tote bag. "Guess we're both stuck here for a while," he said, shoving his hands into his pockets. She sighed, glancing at the departure board. 3 hours until the next one. Just enough time to question all my life choices. "Late night at work?" he asked. "Late night avoiding work," she admitted, patting her sketchbook. "I was supposed to be drawing, but I got distracted by a particularly stubborn croissant at the cafe downstairs." Daniel grinned. Priorities. Her name was Lena, and as it turned out, she was terrible at small talk, but incredible at big talk. "So what's your deal?" she asked as they sat on a cold bench. "Overworked office drone? Secret artist? Runaway heir to a fortune?" Daniel snorted. "First one, though I did paint a pretty decent sunset in 3rd grade. A true Renaissance man," she deadpanned. "Tell me, Daniel the sunset painter, if you could be anywhere right now, where would you be?" He didn't hesitate. "Italy, eating pasta on a terrace overlooking the water." "Predictable," she said, but her eyes sparkled. "Be in a tiny bookstore in Edinburgh where it's always raining and the coffee is terrible, but the chairs are perfect for reading." "That's weirdly specific." "I've thought about it a lot," she admitted. Their conversation meandered from books. Out. 2 childhood scars, Daniel. "I fell off a swing trying to impress a girl." "Lena, did it work, Daniel?" "No." She laughed and pushed me again. At one point, Lena pulled out her sketchbook. "Don't move," she ordered, pencil flying across the page. "Are you drawing me?" Daniel asked, suddenly self-conscious. "Blacks. I'm giving you more hair." "Hey." She flipped the sketchbook around. It was the platform empty benches, flickering lights with 2 small figures in the distance. "See, you're barely there?" Daniel laughed, but something warm settled in his chest. When the train finally arrived at 5:17 a.m., they stood awkwardly by the doors. "So," Daniel said, rubbing his neck, "if I asked for your number, would that be weird?" Lena tilted her head. "Only if you use it to send me spreadsheets." "No spreadsheets," he promised. "Just maybe a photo of the next sunset I paint." She scribbled her number on a coffee-stained napkin. Make it a good one. 5 years later, they stood on the same platform, hands intertwined. "Remember when we met here?" Lena asked, leaning into him. Daniel kissed her temple. "Best missed train of my life." Their realtor approached, holding keys. "Ready to see your new place?" As they walked away, Lena whispered, "Do you think the croissant that made me late is the real hero of this story?" Daniel grinned. "Absolutely. We should name our first kid after her."